Hello guys, so in this tutorial we will create authentication with CodeIgniter. So I'll go to Google, I'll write CodeIgniter, and this is the latest version is 3.1.11, but actually you can already download CodeIgniter 4, but this tutorial will be still about 3.1.11, which by 3rd of October 2019 is the latest version. So yeah, so let's just download the zip file, and well, I already have it, so I'll just go there. It should be about here, and CodeIgniter, and this we will copy and go to htdocs for Apache. If you have XAMPP, it should be in the default location is C as an XAMPP, but in my case I moved it to the drive where I have more space, and it's in my htdocs. So if that's, you can do that. Well, I can show you because we need to turn it on anyways. So turn on Apache, and it's on port 80 and 4434 HTTPS, and here port 3306 is MySQL. So to change the location and actually the port as well, we click config in XAMPP anyways. Otherwise you need to find the httpd.conf file in the Apache installation folder. So here is the config, and if you want to change the port, you'll change it here. Listen 80 to like 8080 or 8000 or something like this. And what I also want to show you is you need to change it here as well to change it the same text in both places. And if you want to change the directory where the server is, the public folder, well, we need to, I'll just write htdocs to search for it. Here we go. So it should be here, document root htdocs. You change it here to whatever you want, and also here, so in both places, and you should be ready to go. You just save it with file.save and close it, and then you need to restart Apache. Yeah, so that's it. As you can see, I have a lot of websites I've been working on, some for my school, some for my portfolio, and others for fun, and one for work actually, this one and this one and this one. So yeah, I do some programming in my time. So mostly I create websites. That's what my education is as well, the web developer. So yeah, anyways, what I want to show you is you need to create a folder in the htdocs, and let's just call it CodeIgniter authentication tutorial, and just paste the files. It should take like 15 seconds. So it's still going. It's almost done. Here we go, and now we need to go to localhost and go to, what did I call it? CodeIgniter Authentication, and we can see the welcome message. So this is the welcome message, and well, for now, let's just say if you want to explain how this works, is I'll show you the directory structure. So we have application, system, and the user guide. The user guide for code, this is for 4. For CodeIgniter 3 is this, and is the same what you get with an installation here. So basically that's an index HTML you open, just open it, and it's the same CodeIgniter documentation that you get as the online version. So if you have no internet for some reason and you're just developing on your local host and you need some documentation for some methods or whatever in the CodeIgniter, then you just open this user guide. So just don't delete it, let it sit there. It doesn't take as much space anyways. So we have the welcome message, and as they say, if you would like to edit this page, you will find it located at, and it says application, views, welcome message.php. Now why views? Well, let's just go into the application folder, and here we have a lot of folders. So the ones that we will concern ourselves mostly with is config, controllers, models, and views. So we just learned about views. We have the welcome message here. Actually, let me just open this folder. Can I open this in VS Code? Open a Visual Studio. Oh my god, why did I do that? Now it's gonna take forever. Well, not actually, no. This is fast with Visual Studio. Well, my computer is quite fast too. I'm using right now I'm lying down and recording, so you see me from the side and stuff. So what I've done is I've lied down because, well, my back hurts, and I want to do the tutorial for you guys, even though, yeah, I can't really sit on a chair. So, but this is actually comfortable. I might consider just recording like this if it goes well. So anyways, so let's go into the application folder, and we go to the views folder. Well, I need to open this in Visual Studio Code, right? So let me just open Visual Studio Code, and I've been working on another project here. So let's just go to the folder that I created here, open it in Visual Studio Code, or if you're using some other editor, whatever. So here we have the application, and the way this is what they call the paradigm for creating an application like this is they call it an MVC. It stands for Model View Controller, and as we can see, we have models directory, views directory, and controllers directory. Well, the way this works is the controllers is like a middleman between views and models, in that it handles input and it will tell you which model function to use, and models are just like containers for database queries for a model. So if you have a user model, you would have a function to get a user by ID, and to save a user, and to create a new one, and to delete one. So I hope you're familiar with this paradigm called CRUD, CRUD, create, retrieve, update, delete. So this is what we do in the models, and the views is just templates for our for our views. So this is just templates, and we can see that we have a view here with the HTML tag and head. And by the way, I shall be using some custom CSS, so this might quite take a while because I'm just doing it while we're going, so this might be a longer video. Anyways, now let me take a drink because I think we're gonna be here for like 2 hours or something. I might edit this. So anyways, so basically we have controllers like welcome controller, and we have an index method. So this will load the view welcome message. As you can see, you don't need to provide any directory. It will automatically look in the views directory, and if you have a view inside a folder, then you would write like errors 404 or something, not 404.php, not 404.html, but just 404. And by the way, it has to be a PHP file. So you just do like this: errors and / welcome message. But this is inside root, so this is just welcome message. So what I want to show you is how we actually are going to handle URLs, because right now it will look like this. It will be a string with key and value contents. So we need to change this. So to do that, I'll just go to my GitHub. I'll provide the file in the description below. Go to your repositories. And go to this. Well, actually I can, because it's private. So right now you're saying this, but it really doesn't matter, because all we need is this htaccess file. So copy the contents, go to VS Code, and create a new file called .htaccess. And this is a file. This is a config. Well, this is a config file for Apache. So we have rewrite engine on. Save it. Rewrite condition. And rewrite condition with this parameter and this parameter, and index.php. It will be thrown as a query string. So whenever we change the URL. So this is what we need. And we also need something else in config. So application config. I think it's config. Yes. So we need to change the base URL. And the base URL is this. We copy it. Go to config. Base URL should be this. And index page should be empty. Save it. Well, that's it. We don't need anything else, but we do need something in the autoload. And to check that, I will check the autoload php file for my other project. and here we will have session and database. It's in libraries. So session and database. Drivers. Cache. No, we don't need this. Sorry. URL. We need URL in the helper. And we need form. Now we don't need form. Yes, so what we need now is to create a user model. So in the models directory it should be empty by default. So we create a new file called user model.php. We say PHP and we say class. Class user model extends CI model, and here we will write some functions. So public, by the way, before we continue, I want to go to the database. And we need to create a database. So we reached the point where we need to say localhost /phpMyAdmin if you have XAMPP. Otherwise, you need to access your database in the way that you do, and go to new database and say CI auth tutorial auth. So, and copy this name, go to Visual Studio Code and paste this like this. There is no password for root, so yes, that's what we need. Now we can say public, well, just say fun in Visual Studio Code, tab, and you have public function, and you can tab and shift tab between different function. Like you can see, it's highlighted in the background is highlighted of this text, and when I tab, it's also highlighted in a different way. So right now I'm highlighting function name. Now I'm highlighting the arguments, and this is public. So that's shift tab, going back, or option tab if you're on Mac. So public function name, and this will be, well, I should have named it. So public function name, this will be get by user ID, and here we'll have ID, and this we'll say this where ID, oh sorry, this DB where this DB query, I forgot it's query or or something else. I'm gonna check with my models, like category model. This db get, get, so from users, and this will be a result, and here we'll have return result row array. So let's test this, and we need to, sorry, before we continue, we need to check the routes file. And the routes file is as follows. Route file is in the config, well, we can do it later. So this is getting the user. Now we create a function for delete by ID. This db where ID equals to ID. This db delete users, return true. Now update. No, we don't need update. Get user by user ID, delete the user. Well, we don't need actually delete the user because we're just authenticating, so we don't need this. But we do need the user to be get by user ID. We need to be able to create a user, so we'll do registration as well. Function create, like so, and this will be this db insert, right? I think it's insert. I'm gonna double check. Models, category model, insert, yes. This insert users data. Now we don't have data set, so we just say data equals, well, I'll do it the old way, array and here we will have name, this input post name. That's how you get the post array in CodeIgniter. It's also secure. So we say email. Oh yeah, well, yeah. This input post email, and here we'll say password MD5. This input post password, and say created at time. Well, I'm gonna say date equals date, day, month, year with time, and here we will say date. That's it. And here, model in autoload, config autoload, we say user model. This way, when we create a controller called auth.php, we say PHP class auth extends CI controller function it shall be create. So here we say this model, no, user model create, and we can say user model because we said in the config autoload model user model. So this user model is what we say here, and then we call the create method on it. Create. We don't need to specify any data because the data is already gotten inside the create method in the model. So in the controller create method, we call the create model method. Anyways, now we say, because actually let's just call this register. User model create, and actually I want ID, so this db insert ID, and then actually we don't need this ID, we can just say return. So that's what we're gonna do, and here we will have the ID. Now I'm going to take a look at how I created the user ID login. I'm gonna copy this function, paste it, delete this comment. First, we create a function, public function called login with username, password. All this needs to go to the model function that does that. Here we go. You see users here. How? I need to take a look at the controller. I just copy this, go to the auth, we'll copy the whole function. function login, and we have the username, password, user ID, but we also want to log in the user while registering. We need to say username here. Username. This shall be called login process, and this shall be called register process, because here we will have a function called login, and we will this load view login, and we will say this load view header, this load view footer. So let's but for now let's just echo works, so that we're on the same page. So basically we go to route. I need to take a look again. So go to config, routes, copy these 4 routes, okay. So we will go to this page and just say auth login works. There we go. So that's what I wanted. And now I shall go to views, create a file called header.php, create a file called footer.php, and in the header.php we'll just have a CI of example tutorial. Now we need to check if this style is applicable. So here we'll have h1 hello, take this, paste it here, save, done. Now take this, hey, save it, done. Open the views, new file, login.php, paste the h1 hello. Let's take a look. It works. Now we can delete the echo here. Now just have it like this. Now we have hello. Take a look at this. Is file not found. So we go to the root of the not application, but even above that. So go to the root, create a folder called assets, then create a folder called CSS, and create a file called style.css. And there's color blue. Does it work? No. One second. Go to header and place a slash there. No. Okay. So what we need to do is just take this, and here we will say PHP echo site URL, like so, and just close it. There we go. Now it should work. It's blue. Very nice. So basically what we need to do here is some resetting, padding to 0, margin to 0, and box sizing, border box. Now header, we need a header, logo, it will say CI auth tutorial, and here we will say nav ul li a, and now again PHP site URL login, no, register, and now for login, let's take a look. I just should say login. There we go. Now what we need to do is style this. So header, display flex, justify content space between. Let's take a look. Here we go. Here is the logo, and here is the navigation. So basically we say here padding, padding 50 pixels. No, 20, like so. And I just have a box shadow, 0 pixel, 0 pixel, 3 pixel, 0 pixel, CCC. There we go. And background color of white, because it's transparent now. There we go. And now I'm going to say align items center. Here we go. Now header logo, font size 24 pixels, font weight bold. Here we go. And now, by the way, I'm going to say body, font family Verdana. Here we go. Now header nav UL, display flex, list style type none. So let's take a look here. Here we go. Now I'm going to say header nav li, margin right 1, rim, header nav li, last child, margin right 0. Here we go. Now quit the links, header nav a, color black, text decoration none. Now header nav a hover, color white, background color black, padding, no, actually padding here 10 pixels and 30 pixels. Here we go. And go to the route file. And say route. This is something new. Auth register. Auth register. User equals this, user model, get by ID, and then this, say user data equals array, user ID, username, username, logged in, true. And then we say redirect dashboard. I'm gonna drink something because I'm really thirsty. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say this session set user data. Here we go. So now when we register the user, when the user registers, he will be logged in and redirected to dashboard. So let's create a controller called acp.php for admin control panel, and here we'll have section, and we'll have article and h1. This is the dashboard. Welcome. Oh, this is actually the view, sorry. So new file dashboard.php, like so. Copy the whole controller from auth, paste it in, delete the methods except the login one, and here just say dashboard. And here just added dashboard. This is very fast programming I'm doing. So here we say if now this session user data logged in, then we say show for and we return. So that's it. And now we need to put it in the route file. ACP dashboard, ACP dashboard. So now if we say ACP dashboard, it will say for page not found. So now we need to say we need to have our we can close this, and then in here this is form, and just a process. placeholder password and require. Let's have a button, register. Section. Form. Here's a H2 register. New user. There we go. I'm trying to figure out why this is not lowering the form correctly. Here we go. Zero pixel, 0 pixel, 0 pixel. Oh, 3 pixel, 0 pixel. Sí. Padding 20 pixels. One side 18 pixels. Outline done. Border none. There we go. Now to style the button. Padding. Here add padding of 25 pixels. No, 25 pixels. Here we go. Ten pixels. Here we go. Here we go. Now let's create this is for register. Use new file, register, PHP, and login should be only, well, register should be username. Login process. And here I'm gonna copy and paste. Categories. No. Auth. The logout function. So now we're gonna go to the view called header, and here we will say PHP if this session user data logged in. Then we say Lee A like so. And then we say PHP and else. PHP and if. Now go to see a tutorial. Take a look. We need to oh yeah. We need to go to the route file again. Login process. Auth. Login process. Out. Auth. Register process. Auth. Register process. We need to register as well. So here we say register, copy, paste. Here we go. Now we have both. Now let's try to register a new user. To create that table called users. ID, auto increment, username, no first name, varchar 255, username, varchar 255, password, varchar 255, and created that varchar 255. Here we go. Now we're like we can be. Here we go. Now we can log in. No, we can't. 1 second. I need to take a look. Why? Here we go. Now we can log out, log in. Then we'll say show page not found. So we can register, log in. Now we're logged out. Now we're logged in. So we can log out and register as well. So that's the tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and like this video and comment if you want any future videos like this one. So I will do this for you. See you guys.